guys, Rich Tehrani. Thanks for watching. We're at the ITEXPO TECHSUPERSHOw 2025, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, with Dave Erickson, who is with Phound. How are you, Dave?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Welcome back to the show.
Good to be back. Good to be back. Was just here yesterday.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were. And now you're here with Phound, and I'm dying to hear all about the company. Tell us.
Okay. So basically, my theory is that our current phone system's broken. It was something that was invented a long time ago, and it's no match for any of the robocalling or machine learning, all of the different ways that people illegally market, do fraudulent things, and we just have no protection around it. And so oddly enough, I looked into that, and I started to see that a lot of the technologies around the phone system are kind of antiquated or obsolete. And so by starting with contacts, right, I looked at contacts and I said, you got contacts 1.0, which is your Rolodex with cards stapled in it. And then you got 2.0, which is Apple and Android doing digital storage and maybe some database. It's time for 3.0, where the card is actually in the cloud, it's self-managed, and it's integrated with a carrier so that it can stop all incoming riffraff.
So allowing the callee to have more control over who can contact them, when, how, etc.
Yeah, so you can go to Phound, which is our website, phound.app, and like put in my phone number, and it's going to bring up a card. And if we're not friends yet, you can like press to connect with me like you would in Instagram. And when I reciprocate that and say, oh my gosh, that's Rich, of course I want to talk to Rich, and I reciprocate that, then all of a sudden now we're connected. You can text me, you can call me, you can do anything. If my list is, or if my number's just on a list in some call center, when they call it, they get a thing that says, this number's protected by Phound. Go to the Phound.app, put the phone number in, and ask for permission.
So you said it's going to work with the carrier. What are the mechanics of that?
Well, so the problem is that what the carriers have, really doesn't work anymore. And it's a great system. It's an open, public network, and when you get a phone number, you expect that people are going to be able to call you. And so what I want to do is I want to slowly change that into a network where you know who's calling. Like if you don't know who's calling, then they're really not getting through, and they need to do a little more work to let you know who it is that's calling. And so one of the things that we do is we blue check phone numbers. So you can do an ID verification at Phound, and it links your government issued ID to your phone number. It doesn't give all of the information, right? But it says, hey, this is Rich, right? And he's got a blue check. And if you hover over the blue check, you get a little more that you're willing to give, like your last name and maybe an address or maybe the company that you work at. And by doing that, right, we're getting a situation where if just regular caller ID comes, nobody trusts it, right? When they can trust it, it's been altered and it says spam likely because they want the people to pay out of it. Like, let's create a system where I can manage my caller ID, right? I can say who's at the number, I can verify it, get a blue check, do whatever I need to do, but give you a space to kind of check me out and know that that's it while, we go into calls, right? And so that's the idea of Phound. Phound is completely backwards interoperable with everything in phone. So we replace Vonage in a phone company. They don't have to be using all the Phound special sauce. They can just be using all of the Phound functionality like call forwarding and IVR and that kind of stuff.
So who would be the target for this? Someone watching. Is it any specific industry? Is it small companies, big companies, government, what is the ideal customer if such a thing exists?
So I believe it's the banks, right? A lot of the banks right now are using like ID Me or different ID services to be able to ID and make sure their customer is who it is. I'm coupling that with the phone system. So I want to work with the IDs.me, the Socures, the Stripes. We're currently integrated with Stripe. We take over 4,000 different government-issued IDs around the world and give people the ability, right, to send a little more with their phone number to be known, right? Like I think if I called you and you saw all my stuff, you might be like, you know what, I actually want to talk to that guy, right? Instead of a regular cold call. And so we're looking to change the whole thing. It's going to happen one bite at a time, and it's definitely eating an elephant. But I think for the meantime, we've got to be a really high quality, carrier and provider, and we're that with our HD voice and all of the different things that we do. And then we got to have an eye on the future. How do we take care of the problems that are kind of plaguing us now?
And that's PHOUND.app?
PHOUND.app. Yep.
Thanks for being here.
Awesome. Thank you.